if you settle now with what we got going on, you settle now, you will not have to pay that much. You just have to first apologize. Because I know that's in the deal. You have to come to YouTube, make a video, and apologize for saying that. He already came back to YouTube and doubled down on it. Double down on his takes. Do he thinks that the federal government or the state is not recording everything he's saying on IG and YouTube? And it don't matter where he show his mouth or face. The state, this is federal. And if you put it out there like he did, he came back to YouTube and doubled down saying that, yeah, I still don't believe the Kiely Rodni's case. I'm allowed to my opinion, da 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 da. But then, dude, that just show how dumbass you are, bro. Because you're a 30-plus-year-old man. You are not gonna tell me, bro, that after your own lawyer tells you you have to settle now. Because if this go to trial, you are gonna lose it all. And the ego of Bryan Upchurch having to a point. His lawyer dropped because he don't want to settle. He still believes that he could outsmart the federal government. So the lawyer dropped because she know that it don't matter if you give me $1 million, Papa. I can't do shit with it. I cannot win this case for you. You said what you said. It's proof of maliciousness, and you have to pay. So yeah. he don't want to pay. She drops, and then he comes to YouTube saying like, "Oh, this case now is postponed on definite, and now you're not gonna get nothing." No, Papa. No, listen, your lawyer just dropped. The federal government is giving you time to get a different lawyer and see what's your options. That's all what the federal government is doing. They only giving you time for you to get a new lawyer. Then now you have to restart this whole thing. And at the end of the day, the new lawyer is going to tell you the same thing that the other lawyer told you. You must pay. So then now you spend $1 million on a lawyer that told you you must pay. You don't want to pay. You don't want to apologize because you have to come to YouTube and admit that you was wrong. You don't want to do that. So then now what you do? You don't cooperate with your lawyer. The lawyer see that you're not cooperating with the case to settle this matter. So if you settle now, even though you are admitting guilt, what you're paying is way below the margin. But now, if you want to go to trial because you ego and you want to take it to trial, when a federal lawyer already told you, dude, you are not going to win this. 9 times out of 10, when you pay $1 million to a lawyer and the lawyer tell you you are not going to win this, it don't matter which lawyer you find.
Yep.
It'll tell you the same thing because it's the federal government.
Yep. Well, like I said, I don't know much. I've stayed out of everything at this point. Like, this point it's very what
in your opinion, what you think that Bryan Upchurch should do to because the only thing they asking him to do is to just come to YouTube, admit that you was wrong, and you might have to pay miscellaneous money. Do you think that he should just settle for a little bit of money, or he should take it to trial?
I would think that if he really cared about the family, and he really cared about Kiely, and he was really here for not the the publicity of it, he would absolutely do that. If he was really in it, really in it for the right of the child, then he should have made it right. Like you said, if you've done something wrong and it can be proven, then if you really cared about the person, if you really cared about the case and you really cared about like the family, like you say you did, and you wanted to put up your car and you wanted to put up all these things and you were a standstill man, then you want to stand on your word and apologize for when you say something wrong. And I think that more people would say, I respect him for saying he was wrong than keeping to going that he was right when we all know he's wrong. You know what I mean? Like more people would say, well, at least he can. It's like kind of like a man. When you walk, like the bigger man walks away from the fight. Sometimes it doesn't look like it's not glorified. It's not anything. It's not like, oh, this is great. This is good news. This is what you have to do. It's your common decency. It's common.
Common courtesy also.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Common courtesy, common decency. When I've done my shit, when I've said things that I obviously have said, I've said some stuff. I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel in the case like you say I am. But there was times where I said some nasty things. I absolutely, when I was in my bitch mode, I would say some horrible things. And I would get called out by my friends, and they would say, no, like that's not okay. And even if I was because 9 times out of 10, when I was mad, I was just lashing out. I was fighting back, and I was trying to, I wasn't trying to win, but I was trying to
keep up with the flow.
Yeah, I was trying to keep my head above water, right. I was if someone was calling my name out, I had to go. We all know, how the true crime is. We eat I have a friend that says the true crime eats their own. Which you also know.
It's a doggy dog world around.
It is a dog. It is and if you can find something in someone's past, that's what the true crime community loves to do, and work it to their advantage. It could be as simple as a ticket that they got because they were jaywalking when they were 16 years old, and they could burn them at the stake for that. In the true crime, in the true crime community, it's a dog eat dog world, like you said. It's and there's like you say, if you're gonna play with I was playing with the big boys. I was playing, I didn't just take on little channels. I took on Perplex. I had to go and, I was on Kirk's panel, and everybody asked why I went to Kirk's panel and why that was the big, that was my big interview on, Kirk's panel. And, I really went to Kirk's panel because
if you ask me, your best interview was Michelle's. For real, because it was like the first one though.
I can't remember what it was, but Michelle. Oh yeah, that Michelle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought
Michelle. What was her name?
Michelle.
Oh my God, Michelle. Oh my God, but she was a sweet person. She was very sweet to me though.
No, she Michelle. I can't remember her last name right now, and I say it. We've said it before. But not. I thought you meant the other Michelle. No, the best interview that was when I did the ICMail interview, and then I did it on Sutton. Sutton is the name. Michelle Sutton was her name, but she.
Yeah, Michelle Sutton. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and I did 2 interviews, and those I did with Michelle and with I did a lot of interviews, but. Michelle and Kirk were my 2 that I tried, after hours of trying to get it, trying to get my point across and trying to say, I'm not evil. I'm not this person that everybody thinks I am. And that Kirk, I thought was going to be the best place, but it turned out to be a disaster at the end.
But you see, if you ask me though, when Kurt, listen, I was on that live stream when you was at Kirk's. I